Everyone, welcome. You know what time it is. Time from P.U.R.E. Live. Thank you for joining us again. This is going to be a great show. I got a special guest for today, and I got a special co-host for today. So yay! So first of all, we want to deal with our sponsorship. So for those of you that have been paying attention to what I wear, I've been getting a lot of my stuff from Posh, women's apparel, classy, sophisticated. Here are the items here, and so much more. You represent, so you know how to work it. All good stuff. So if you guys are interested in looking at some of the things that I've worn and some things they may have available, this is where you go. poshwomensapparel.com. All right. And just in case y'all was wondering, I got my hair done. So for those of you that want to know where I get my hair, I thought I'd let I'll let you in on a secret. So, Laura's Hair Salon and Day Spa. Chantrice is the one that does my hair. She's the only one I'll deal with, period, point blank. But if you are in the Chicago area, there's the address, 9858 South Vincent. And the phone number is 773-881-0066. All right. Now we're going to dig into the questions. We're going to get into the show. First of all, I'm going to introduce my co-host. Actually been a guest.
Hey, everybody.
And yes. So just make sure all the things I mentioned, you heard it on live. Tell when you get your hair done to Elizabeth's Mind. Let them know you heard it on live. When you buy those clothes from Posh Women's Apparel, let them know you heard P.U.R.E. Live. That's what I'm talking about. So today our guest is Yasmine Brown. She's having some technical difficulties, so we're waiting for her to come back. My co-host, Evelyn Donaldson. Hey, girl. We had her on the show before. She's an author. She is a survivor. She's just an amazing person, and I'm so glad that I met her. She is wonderful. So thank you for joining us. Thank you. Yay. So, just want you guys to know this coming on now the show like a boss, because that is the name of the organization, and Evelyn and I are both a part of this organization. That's how her. So we're going to introduce our guest, Yasmine Brown, who is the founder. I am so excited because she is a wonderful person. So we bring her on right now, and we're gonna welcome Miss Yasmine Brown.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi. Hello. Look, I finally got it, you guys. I hope that the lighting and everything is good. Hello, ladies.
You look, girl. Thank you.
Welcome.
Hello.
Thank you. Ooh, I'm like, come on, let's get it together.
Right? I know. We have a typical devil everywhere. It happens. It's whatever.
And
But as long as we
It's
see you
okay.
and hear you, right? So, first of all, just for those
yes,
my
yes, yes,
faithful
yes. I am
viewers,
so sorry.
you've seen her before. Go ahead. What were you saying, Yasmin?
I'm saying so it's a little for me, and so if you guys are catching what I'm saying, like seconds or whatever afterwards, it's just because like I'm receiving it a little late. So, all
Oh,
right.
it's okay. It's all
Okay.
good. We all dealing with this stuff. It's
Right, right,
okay.
right.
All right.
And so,
So
well,
first of all, I want to remind you that we have had Yasmin on here before to talk about the organization, but she got some other stuff going on for 2021, and I just had to have her come back and tell everybody what she got going on because I'm so excited about it. So first, I want Yasmin, I want you to tell everybody who you are, introduce yourself, and tell them what you're about.
absolutely. Well, before I start that, I just want to say
And
thank
then I have
you
a video as
so
well.
much. Uh, all right. Well, I just want to first start off by saying thank you so much, Asia and Evelyn, for having me on. Like I said, like she said, I was on before, and it was so amazing. Like we had such a great time. But I do have some more stuff that's cooking up now with Boss, and so just to tell you a little bit about, we are called Beauty Successful Strides. And Beauties, I'm having is saying that. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes, we can. I can.
Yeah, we can still hear you. You're a little frozen, but we can hear you.
Okay, okay. And so, either way, so Beauties on Successful Strides, we are a women's sisterhood organization that can who you are, and so we've been around for a little bit over now, and we've been predominantly known in Chicago, an array of different events, connecting thousands of passionate, positive, like-minded women together to help lift each other up as we're all climbing. As a result of that, we have been blessed to help from hundreds of fruitful different types of relationships, friendships, support group, business collaborations, and partnerships. Women has gained capital funding from through our events. A lot of women have said that they receive their most loyal clients from the connections that they got at our events, and so much more. And so now what we are doing is now what we have already done, actually, we launched it this past Christmas Eve, is take it online. And so the entire experience of what we have been doing for the past about 6 years is now online, where we have women that are engaging, that is connecting, like Evelyn and Asia. You both can attest to it. We have some exclusive member only events that we do. Like Asia, you was just on our Sister Accountability Saturday event that we had did, just brainstorming, coming together, figuring out how we can support each other, and what it is that we are doing, what it is that what the goals that we have that we are looking to achieve, and so much more. But I've become a really big advocate of, just like how they say no children left behind. I am a very, very big advocate of no area of a woman's life left behind. And so not only are we catering to who a woman is professionally, we also are when it comes down to her personal life as well. And so what I always say is, if it's if things ain't going right at home, you can guarantee that it's going to begin to trickle into what you're doing professionally. It's either going to knock you out like cancer right away, or it'll be over time. And so while you are being a boss and you're doing your thing, we are making sure that every area of you is being catered to and supported. And so we have a topic group for marriage and relationship. We got a topic group for motherhood and parenting. We have a topic group for family, friends, and personal, intimate relationships. We have a fitness group. We have someone that's a licensed clinical counselor
Yeah.
as well, fully covered. And me, myself, in your greatness. And so I am excited about that. Like I said, we just launched it this past Christmas Eve, and we've already been having so many women that has been joining from all over. And baby, we still just getting started.
Amazing.
I know that's right. I know that's right. So we're gonna play this video and we're gonna stop it. So let's go. Let's get it. I'm overexcited today. Let's it should be showing. There you go.
Victoria is the woman. We are all victorious women that has the boldness and the confidence and the assurance to fulfill all victories over reason. Beauties on Successful Stride.
Oh my goodness.
Girl, you better run it like a boss,
Thank
girl.
you.
So I have to say, Yasmin,
I'm gonna let my co
time, every time I watch your videos, I get teary eyed, and it's just so moving. I wish I was part of it back then. I'm glad to be a part of it now, but those videos just show the amazing work that you did and that
Yeah.
you do. But I have a question for you. So, all those years you were face to face doing your events, how does that feel for you now having to do everything virtually?
Oh, So, well, firstly, I have to tell you the whole little real quick experience about me converting from in person to virtual because I did not want to do it at first. Like, I'm going to be completely honest. Like, I was like really, really having a hard time with it. And the reason then is because when you are in person, like you really get to have that connection with the women that are in there. You can hug them, like you can see their face, you can see how excited and everything that they are. You can touch their hands and hold hands with them. Like you can just that energy, right, that you just get when you are in person is insane. And one thing that we have been known for with our events is the type of powerhouse energy that we created. So many women would say that they had never experienced that before, right? And so that's what I care the most about is your experience. And if you feel like you can connect with every single woman in the room. And so when I had two events that was supposed to happen last year, that's supposed to be in-person events. And because of the pandemic, because we had over 100 women that registered for them, there was no way we could have the event. And so what I found myself doing was like, I'm like, you know what? I don't care. Like as soon as they open it back up, I'm having this in-person event. And every month it kept on going where I can't open it back up. And so I had my first open house. It was just a little about 5 or 7 people on there or whatever. Women were still things so well. Like there was one woman that was on there that was crying. There was still another woman testimony. Like it was still that type of great connection that they were having with each other. And I'm like, okay, now I can see this. I can see it because I still feel it, and they still feel it, and the connections are still happening, and they are still grand, and they're still great. And so then when I'm like, okay, you know what? I have to kind of figure out how to bring this all together, right? Because like if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to do it so that the women can still receive the same experiences that they were receiving when I was doing live and in person. And what I found myself there, I got a coach, I got a business coach that helped me with brainstorming so that we can bring about the best experience. I started joining other virtual events to see what they were doing and how to bring about a great experience. And I did my own research. And then I had my very first like all out virtual event where we did the celebrating, we did the recognition, and we did all of that, and it was phenomenal. I'm still receiving testimonies about it now, and I'm saying last year like it was a long time ago, but that was just this past Christmas Eve. And so my point in saying that is because it was a transition for me. Like it was something that I really, really had to get on board with. But I'm so thankful that I did, Evelyn, because now not only are we connected with women here in Chicago, which we did have some women that was flying in from different places and driving far distances, but we literally have women all over, like Barbados, like all over the U.S., and they're all joining in. And what you're gaining more from it than what I was receiving in person, which in person is still great and it's still my heart. But the one thing I noticed that we're receiving more of is networking with multi perspectives. Because if you're getting someone that is from Cali, that the way they do things in that city is completely different than how we're doing things in Chicago, and so they're bringing different flavor. Like you have so many different women that are bringing different flavor, and it's just great how we are all coming together. And it wouldn't have been able to happen if I did not decide to up level into online event.
It's like that bittersweet, right?
It is, but it's been becoming more and more sweet. Honestly, it's been becoming more and more sweet. And I've been doing even more research. I have an event that's coming up on Saturday, January 30th. And I'm bringing out something new, to make that experience that much greater.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
I was
Thank
so
you. Thank
excited
you.
about everything. So excited. I noticed that you have these courses that were going on, and I started going through courses. I am pumped. I'm excited. I'm getting things going. Everybody, all my viewers to know that Yasmine reason that this show started because I thought about it.
Uh,
I wanted to do it. Yasmine is like, what do you know? Go, let's get it. What are you doing? What's your plan? What's your strategy? How are we getting it going?
yeah,
So my
yes.
sister is the one that's what kept me going. So with the courses and things that you have going on, how are we, what motivated you to go the next level and make us push ourselves, as a part of the organization?
So the biggest thing is getting to the point where it clicks for you. Like, all that I did was help you to get to a place where it's like, you know what she is saying, I know that I already can do, where I know that it's asking me to do, where that what I am purposed to do, it matters. All I do is help it to click for you where it moves into action. And so with the events with the courses that I have, like all roads lead back into that click that moves you into action, letting you know that whatever it is that you visualize, let's see, you can do it as well. And what I've
Oh no, did we lose her? Oh
And she
no,
was,
we lost our
she was
special guest.
going. Let's pray this
Somebody
back
doesn't want her
on.
to hear about it. Somebody doesn't want us to hear about it. That's okay. She come back. I can see her pop up again. And there we go. So back
Okay.
on. She's back.
on myself right now. So y'all lost me.
We
For a
lost
second.
you.
You lost me.
You back.
Oh no. I don't know what's going on, you guys. Like, my internet saying that it's at 100. I don't know, but we're going to keep that. We're going to keep it going.
Right. Just keep going.
Yeah,
Yes.
keep it going.
And
That's
so
right. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Tell us about it.
you said tell you about what? Can you say it again?
Uh-oh, did
Oh,
she
tell us
freeze?
about it. The things that you're doing this year.
Yeah, and so I was answering the question that you had asked me before about what motivates the women with the different courses and the things that I'm doing. And pretty much the one thing, because I really want to get back to that, because of, like, if you don't get anything else from what I say, I hope you can hear this part. And the one thing is that it has to click. It
Mm-hmm.
has to get to the point where it clicks for you. I myself, anybody else, any coach, leader, teacher, advisor, mentor, what expert, whatever, nobody can tell you how to do something that is not instilled in you already. All we do is get it to the point where it clicks for you. And clicks means move you into action. And so what a good leader does, what a good teacher does, what a good motivator, whatever it is you want to call them, what a good one does is able to pierce through that barrier or that terror barrier that you are dealing with when you have the fear of doing something that you really really want to do, when you have the fear of you don't know if you're able to do it or not, based on situations and circumstances and whatever. And so what a good teacher, advisor, coach, whatever does is get through that terror barrier to help you to break free and move into action, make it click. And so that's one thing I really wanted to make sure that I share. And I hope that you got it. If you don't get nothing else, that you got that.
We got
That it has to click. It
I
has
got
to click. It has to move you into action. And that's what I do. That's my main focus and goal with everything, with my courses, with my events, with our exclusive member only events, with the online community period, is for it to click for you. It's to move you into action. I want you to see something that moves you into action. And so yeah.
and I would say that the women who pierce or with face, they're really to learn. My favorite is the motivational Mondays. Because sometimes I'm just so busy, I don't get a chance to go through everything and get through everything. But those motivational Mondays, oh my goodness. And your daily messages, they really do, do something to my spirit, that is uplifting. So keep up the good work. Keep up.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Evelyn. And,
Yes.
and that's the whole, like I said, that's the whole thing with the online community that I love so much, is because, like, no matter what you're doing, no matter what time it is throughout the day, like, you can go on there and you can get something, you can receive something, you can pour in a way that you want to pour. Because a lot of us, we just have a spirit to give, right? And so you might see a question on there, and then you answer it, and somebody else can receive from it, or you might receive from something that's on there that you didn't saw, and it gets you going. That's the whole idea of our online community, is that no matter what you're doing, no matter where you are, no matter what's happening, you can get on here, you can get your inspiration, motivation, transformation, whatever it is that you need, so it can click and get you into action.
absolutely. Yeah, I found them to be very motivational. Thing, uh, you guys, some of you are probably having technical difficulties with the show. I have so many issues. Y'all just don't know. It's not easy to get all this content and things together
Yeah.
every week, and I have only missed 2 weeks for the holidays. Outside of
Wow.
that, I did this show sick. Did this show no matter how I felt going on. And I gotta be
Yes.
honest with you, it's the sisterhood that we have with B.O.S. Beauties on Successful Strides that actually helps me and pushes me. In our community, there's questions that Yasmin puts out and other people have put out there to ask, what are you doing? What do you need help with? What are you trying to accomplish? Those things are monumental for me, especially to get me motivated. Well, what is it that I'm trying to accomplish? How do I get there? So, Yasmin, I want to ask you, how do you come up with those questions? How do you come up with things that you need to motivate your members to do?
Absolutely. And so one thing that I do that really helps is I send out a survey. And so a lot of times in the beginning of the year, or like it's either at the beginning of the year or the first quarter, or at the end of the first quarter, depending on how I feel like things are going based on what I am receiving, I'll send out a survey. And so in the survey, I'm asking questions, like real questions, to see what's going on with you. How are you feeling? Like, how is your goals doing? Because I don't only check on you, I check on your goals too. I tend to the goals and see, like, what's going on with those. Are you keeping them moving? Is it still moving? Are you still at the space, like, that you want to be in order to achieve them? So that helps me with identifying what type of questions do I need to ask, what type of posts do I need to be sharing, what's going to be my next course. Like, for example, I'm about to put out a course on women coming together, what it truly means for women, supporting women, and how to network. That's the course that I'm about to start working on now, because what I'm realizing, not only within and not too much from our community, but when I'm talking to other women and they're sharing their experience with other women, what I'm hearing is that we're not understanding how to have fruitful and valuable relationships with each other. And so I am feeling in my spirit that it's time for us to kind of teach that. Not because of women come together is a beautiful, powerful thing, right? You've experienced it, Asia, as well as you, Evelyn. It's a powerful and beautiful thing. And it's truly what I always say is that when we come together, the impossible happens. And that is 1,000% true. But when we don't when we don't position the women in our lives to add the most value within our lives, then we start to feel the chaos. We start to feel the frustrations. We could start to feel the whole I can't do anything with a group of women type of thing, which is completely false, completely untrue. And it's nothing about that is the reality of what the truth is about when women come together. And so what we have to do is unlearn a lot of what we learned, to relearn how to connect, and so that's going to be my next course that I'm bringing out, is women supporting women, and what that really truly means to find your tribe.
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
I was saying it's about changing your mindset. If people keep hearing
Yes.
things, you start to believe it and you don't want to put that foot forward to do what you need to do. So changing people's mindset, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all
It
about.
really it
And
really is. I'm telling you, it'll be a lot more. Yes, because the time is now is so necessary. Like, Evelyn, you have so many beautiful testimonies that you have that other women needs to hear. Because when they hear it from you, then they're not going to land on the same landmines as you did. Asia says, sis, I know that you have done this show when you were sick. I know that you have done this show when you were feeling discouraged. I know that you have done this show. You've been super consistent. Do you know how hard it is for many women to stay consistent with doing what it is that we said that we were going to do? Like, if women are able to connect with
Yeah.
you and to understand where you're getting your drive and your motivation from, specifically from having that conversation with you and understanding that type of value that you bring, then you can help so many more. But it's all about understanding how to position the women within our lives so they can add the most value, and we can add the most value to them as well. But again, like you said, it's about that reprogramming, that transforming, that unlearning and renewing, the renewing of the mind, right? And so I'm excited about the new project
Yeah.
that'll be coming out pretty soon. It's so highly needed right now.
yes, it is.
So
Yes,
highly
it is.
needed right now.
Absolutely. So I just want to know, what were you doing before you started Boss?
Ooh, well, okay. So I both started in. Let me think. Let me think. So both started in 2014. So before that, I was coaching. I was doing one-on-one coaching, and I love, like I said, I love connecting with women. I love teaching and doing all those things. But what I found is that I was really, really becoming emotionally involved when I was doing the one-on-one coaching, and I found myself feeling a little drained. And so that's when I knew, like, okay, I need to branch out into something else. But before I did that, I wrote my first book, and so it all spiraled from like a lot of ish that was
Mhm.
going on in my life. Right? Look, Evelyn. I was talking about heartbreaks after heartbreaks, depression, feeling like I'm unworthy, insecurity, all that type of stuff. But in the midst of that, I was still the go-to person for my friends, like for different women that would connect with me. For some reason, they opened up to me, and then there was one woman that I connected with, and I was tired of being depressed. I was tired of going through the heartbreak after the heartbreak after the heartbreak. I was tired of the insecurities. I was tired of having to take 2 weeks and lay in the bed and do absolutely nothing to try to bounce back, right? And so I wanted her to help me and help me to get out of that funk, get out of that cycle. And so as I'm trying to talk to her, at that time I was extremely shy as well. I didn't know how to effectively communicate. Look, yeah, Evelyn. Yeah, yes. And so I did not know how to express myself. I didn't. I was having a hard time with that. And so what I ended up doing is giving her my journal entries, so that I'm like, maybe she can understand me a little bit more that way. And from her reading them, she gets back to me and she says, you know that a lot of women are going through what you went through. I said, yeah, I'm trying to get help though. And she said, you know that there's a lot of healing in this writing. I said, okay, well, I need you to help me. I need you to fix me. And then she said, and then she says, you should make this into a pamphlet. And I'm like, you over here telling me I'm trying to get help from you. Like, I can't even express myself. You're reading it simply because I don't know how to talk to you. And you telling me I need to make a pamphlet for other people. And so I started doing it. And what it turned from a pamphlet, it turned into the book. And so that's how, like, it all just came about. It was from one woman seeing my pain as healing for someone else. And so I just started continuing on that path. And not only her, it was 3 other women who connected spirit to spirit with me and seeing more than I seen in myself at the time, and helped me to realize I have so much more to add and so much more value. And so with me constantly being poured into this way, I'm like, there's got to be more women that are out here just like that. And I found that it is. And so and just kept on going into now being a community it is that we have. And that's what I'm always searching for. I'm always searching for the women who are willing to cater to other women in that way, is willing to support other women in that way, and see more in them than they see in themselves, and lift each other up as we are all climbing. Just like you, sis Evelyn, and you as well, Asia.
Yes. And I think that's what
Absolutely.
life is all about, helping others. At the same time, you're going through your journal. I heard you say you were drained. When you said that, I'm like, oh, I can just think back to those years. And they always say, hey, check on those people that may seem like they strong because they get weak
Yeah.
too. But I think our experiences and what we go through is always to help somebody else. So I know you
Yes.
were trained, but look at you now. Look at you now.
Thank you, thank you, and still a work in progress, okay? But but as God is working on me, I'm doing my best to be a vessel for Him. So yes,
And you're constantly learning as you go, right?
that's what life is all about. Life is all about elevating, learning, and growing. Honestly, when people say that I am a work in progress, I'm saying like you are the most honest person in the world, because we are all still work in progress. What that means is that God is still doing work in in us. He's still in the progress of doing work in us. When God stops doing that, it's a problem. Okay, it's a problem. You need to get worried.
I tell people all the time it took a long time to get to this, 'cause at the same time, that Southside Inglewood girl will come out in May.
You know what? You didn't get raised up for no reason. You wasn't raised up for no reason.
That's right.
Warriors are built up in many different ways, baby. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. 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 I mean, you're absolutely right. I, the last show that I for the um I shared my story, and no time that I share my entire story. I shared a portion of my story on a show with Evelyn. Um, this was, the first time that we just dug in deep, and so people, you guys don't know what everybody's dealing with. in regards to the people that you encounter. So to have that collaboration, that sisterhood, that community is so, so important. And there's a question actually that we got over here. And it says, issues with other women trying to encourage you. I believe
Oh,
that's for you, Yasmin.
yeah, like I don't have, I honestly do not experience that. I don't remember the last time I experienced it, honestly. But before I really started to understand how to have women in your life and positioning them in a way that they're adding value to you versus draining you, I had that happening a lot, and I did not understand why. I'm like, look, I'm trying. Like, I've even had somebody tell me, like, "Girl, you doing too much. You talking too much. I ain't ready for that." Like they'll be very blunt and honest and say like they're just not ready for what, because like I don't believe in pity parties. Okay, I believe in emotional releases, but I don't believe in pity parties. Okay, because if I was to just accept your pity party and leave it at that, then I did you a disservice, because now you're wide open for more people, more negative energy to be poured into you, making your bad day into a bad few days, to a bad week, to a bad month. And so now it's turned into a whole cycle. And that was because I didn't do the part that I was supposed to do, that God called me to do, which was to help you with your emotional release so that you can become and bring you back into your confidence, bring you back into the woman of boldness and all the other greatness of who you are. And so what I had to realize then is that we have to understand how to have people in our lives. I've been doing clubhouses lately, and I did a whole series on. And if you guys are on Clubhouse, check me out. Okay, I'm kind of new. Still kind of new. I just started doing stuff this past week, but it's been dope. And so check me out. But what I was sharing on there is positioning. Knowing how to position women in your life. Because here's the thing, because a lot of times when I say that, you think like, okay, well, you're making it seem like it's just a business thing, or this is like a transactional or something like that. When the truth is that you're always putting people in position in your life, in different positions in your life. And let me tell you how. If I was to say Evelyn is my, whatever the name I say after that, that's her position name. So if I say Evelyn is my friend, I put her in position to be my friend. And then when somebody was to ask me, well, why is Evelyn your friend? Then I start to list X, Y, and Z for why she is my friend. Guess what? That's her description. That's the description of the position that she is in my life. Right? And so what we're doing unconsciously, what we need to do is start to bring conscious awareness to it, so that you are positioning women in your life properly, where they can best serve you and add value to you. Because a lot of times, if you are having a woman to discourage you, that's because she can't catch your vision. So she needs to not be in that position. If you have women that is trying to tear you down, that's because they not ready for your up level. So they don't need to be in that position. But you might still be able to hang out with them. You might still be able to have the funny conversations and stuff with them. You might still be able to talk to them about your marriage, because they've been married for 20 years. But don't talk to them about your business, because they don't have that mindset. They're not in that space. And so I just want so once I got that, and I'm starting to learn how to back, because when you do that, also you're valuing the people in your life, because you're not dishonoring them by putting them in a space that they don't need to be in. And so when I started doing that, then I stopped having all of that discouragement and everything from other women. Now, I got my blood sisters that we do what we do ever since we've been kids and whatever. but outside of that, like I don't really experience it. But that's the reason. But the reason why is because I learned positioning.
Wow. Asia, I'm about to pass the collection plate.
Okay.
I'm doing a course on it. I'm doing a course on it. It's coming soon.
because she on it all. It's about paying attention to who's in your circle and the people you position because you have control over who's in your circle and what they're doing and what they're putting out there around you. It's your control.
Absolutely.
You are right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's our responsibility to be aware of it. It's our responsibility to be aware of it and then to put them in the right place. Because you can't be talking about where you about to cut somebody off because they
Right.
doing all these negative things when you the one who put them there.
Right.
Like, no, that's still a valuable person in your life, just not in that space. And so find the space that they fit the best in and let that fruitful relationship thrive that way.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes.
So,
Woo.
see, this is why I call the show like a boss because that's how she living it, like a boss. Okay, us got problems, all us got issues, but show you better approach these issues like a boss. You better
Yes.
recognize who you need around you and who you don't need around you. You recognize your vision. You move forward on your vision. You make sure that you
Yes.
surround yourself with those that are going to help you. This, this is what I learned
Yes.
from my past.
Yes.
I do. I
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Evelyn's my new sister too. I appreciate you. Oh, you guys so much.
Yes.
Oh,
But look
Yasmin, I
what
need
you do,
yours.
Jasmine.
Girl,
And
okay.
honestly,
I need
and,
you to
and
tell my
honestly, this,
story.
yes.
I want you to tell the viewers how are they able to be a part of this wonderful community and get resources and all that you have to offer.
Yes, and that's another thing too, because with the courses, I make them available to members only. And so what you can join us at www.beautystrides, BEAUSTRID as in Victor .com. Like on our website, we tell the whole story. Like you get all type of testimonies. You can catch a vibe of what Boss is doing and how we are connecting passionate, positive, like-minded women together. And all I can say is that find your tribe. Join your tribe and allow them to feed you and nurture you into your vision being your reality. And what I always say is that if it's not us, then make sure you find one because we need women supporting women. We need women coming together and lifting each other up as we are all climbing. We need women who are genuine and authentic in their desire to help you win, right? And so that's what you look for when you are going out and you are joining a community of women. And as you can see from Asia and Evelyn, and you'll be able to see on our website with so many other testimonies as well, that's what we've been doing. That's what we've been blessed to do. And we're going to keep on doing it. And now we're doing it all over the world, baby.
Hey,
Yes.
I know, I know that's right. And just in case, the kind of women that we have in this group. We have so many entrepreneurs. We have so many
Yes.
powerful women. We have people doing things. These are women of action part of this group that are part of this organization. Waste of your time, waste of your
Yes.
money, or waste of believe me. These are powerful women. I mean, people think I'm crazy with all the stuff that I do. But the stuff
Yes.
that all the rest of this community is involved in, if you ever want to motivate yourself or get yourself, this is a way to do it. This is how you get it. This how you get into
Absolutely.
it. These women right
Absolutely.
here from today, they help me to keep it moving. Okay? And I told him that I was working on my book, so I'm working on my book. I'm doing what I said I'm doing.
Let's get it. Let's get it out
You
there.
know I was about to say something, right?
Yes.
Because
And I don't and I
every
and I don't know if I'm able to ask, but Evelyn, I know you got something coming up too, right, sis?
I do. I do. One of them is with you. And then I have a women's conference, that my first women's conference that I'm speaking at next Friday.
Yes.
hey,
Yes.
girl,
Girl,
why you
Pastor,
being
you just
quiet?
reminded me. My first speaking engagement was on Magnetic Mondays. Remember? That was my
Yes, I do.
very first one.
And it's gonna be so many more afterwards, sis. Like we cannot stay on here without you telling what you got coming up, okay? You like
Right.
exactly.
Tell us about how we can get involved.
Yes, let's hear it, Evelyn.
Oh my goodness, y'all putting me on the spot. So the
Well,
women's conference, let me pull it up. Y'all putting me on the spot. It's through the WISE hold on a second, I'm giving you the information. So it is
okay,
through
she's pulling it
the
up.
Women's Leadership Empowerment Conference through the WISE Women's Group, and it's January 29th on Friday. The link is kind of long, so I have to give it to you, Asia, to share it.
Okay,
So I'll
That's
be
I will
telling,
share
amazing.
it too,
my
guys.
story of she froze.
Go ahead, Evelyn.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. So I'll be telling my story, just giving tidbits and pieces of like what I did through the pandemic, how I got through the pandemic, and becoming an entrepreneur. So that's gonna be mine. I'm not gonna tell it all right now, but that's what I'm gonna be doing.
You know what? The juice from what you just said, okay? Because one thing for sure is that we all live 2020, okay? And we're all choosing to up level from that, and to be able to hear your story, man, like I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Oh, we got a
Yeah,
question.
yeah. Another question for
I'll
you,
read it.
Yasmin. What do you think are the top challenges to women being successful in building profitable relationships?
Okay, I'm trying to. Okay. Oh, all right. I said, so what do you think are the top challenges to women being successful in building? Oh, so
Oh,
well, I
girl,
think the
Evelyn.
top. So it depends. Like for example, like let's say the woman who is a mompreneur, and so she's a business building profitable relationships. Oh, okay. So I saw that as profitable business, profitable relationships. Let me unwind that. So the issue that I think is, it goes back into what we were talking about, is learning how to position women within your life. Because let me tell you, like I had one woman who, like she just really was passionate about boss and whatever, and she was like earning like 6 million a year or something like that. And so she was really, really passionate. And so when I learned how to really engage and connect with her, that turned into her being one of the big leaders within Boss. Not only was it for because it was feeding her and everything, but she was seeing that she was able to connect with other people as well. And from that, she ended up investing 20,000 into Boss. And so when you really realize how to position women in your life, which I think is the biggest problem that we have, when I was talking on Clubhouse, when I've been talking to more women surrounding this topic, like we don't know how to position people, women in our lives. And then because of the emotional aspect of who we are, because of it, the most what what do they call it, the most military type of woman still has that emotional side to her, because this is who we are by nature. And so when we tie that into not positioning women in the right space, then that's when crazy happens. You know what I'm saying? That's when the whole little silly stereotype of women can't work together, women can't, a group of women comes together, it's just a big no type of thing comes into play. It's not, again, because it's true, it's because of the fact of the positioning. And so that's the issue, Margaret, that I feel that a lot of women have, is the positioning. When you learn how to position women in your life, and let me say this, I want to make this very clear, because some women can have that little attitude, about them, when they want to be like, you know what, let me tell you this is and third. Now, I'm not saying this for you to go back and say, you know what, you are in the wrong position in my life. Like, I need to push you in another position. I'm not saying to do that, okay? Like, don't. I have to give this disclaimer, because somebody could be listening right now who a woman and they love that person very much, but they just made them mad, and they like, you know what? You're in the wrong position in my life. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what I'm saying. Do not do that. It's a mental awareness for yourself, a mental understanding for yourself about how you are bringing people in, and how you are bringing them into your life, so that they can add the most value. Like, all relationships with women are profitable, whether it's financially, whether it is with collaborating with them for something that you're doing professionally, when it comes down to them helping you with staying on the right path, when it comes down to your marriage relationship, when it comes down to you being a mom, and giving you tips and stuff as well. All of that is profitable. Women that are your praying warriors, that are pray with you, all of that is considered profitable. But you have to know where they fit, where they thrive the most. So I will say, Margaret, I hope I answered that for you. I strongly believe that's the top challenge, is positioning.
Yeah, I would add to that. I know. So I've been a contractor for a lot of the positions that I've had, and the female bosses that have always been competitive with. I only had one that supported me. The other is like to me. Like, I thought we were all on the same team.
Yeah.
Nope.
Woman, I'm like, oh, here we go again. Okay, all right, let's see how this goes. It shouldn't be that way. We should have this sisterhood. We
Exactly.
should help each other, promote each other, encourage each other, and
Yeah.
we don't have to step on top of each other. Help pull each other up. That's what this is about.
Exactly.
That's what we should be doing, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Yet
And I just want.
also, what do we have? What do we have right now? Female, the first female vice president of the United States of America. Yeah, she's a minority. Can we say
Yes.
amen? I'm
Amen, baby.
excited. How praise the Lord.
Yes. And
So we're supposed to help her, right? Isn't that what it's all about?
yes. Yes, and I just wanted to speak to that really, and I want to speak to that really quick, because the reason, so competition, because if you really realize, like Oprah, Michelle Obama, even Kamala is now in the office, like, you see them coming together, you see unity, you see them supporting each other. When you get out of the idea that somebody else is a threat to what you are doing, because of the fear, and fear is nothing more than the unknown. And so I'm going to say that really quickly, what I mean by that. But when you get out of that, then collaboration becomes effortlessly. You know what I mean? Like, it becomes absolutely effortlessly. And so the reason why the whole fear is, like I said, the fear comes from the unknown. What the unknown thing is that you are unique in your design. Like,
Mhm.
I can say all three of us can say the same thing right now.
Mhm.
And I'm guaranteeing you that there is a woman that's going to hear your voice and she's going to want to rock with you. It's a woman that's going to hear your voice, Evelyn, and that's going to rock with you. And there's a woman that's going to hear my voice and is going to rock with me. Why? Because of it has to click. It
Yeah.
has to click.
Yeah.
And there are certain women, there are certain people in this world that you are a specific gift for. And you, Asia, is a specific gift for. And then me, myself, as well. And so when you get out of this whole competitive thing, there is no such thing as competition because there is abundance. We serve a abundant God. God
Yes,
is
we
a
do.
abundant God. God has an overflow of stuff. Like whatever that stuff is for you, an overflow of stuff to give
Mhm.
to you. When you
Mhm.
understand that there is no lack and that you have your tribe, you have who is called to you and it's in abundance, you don't have to worry about that competition stuff. And we see that with Oprah, with Michelle Obama, with Kamala, and so many other women who have gotten out of that type of
Yeah.
mindset because they turn the unknown to the known. Now they
Mhm.
know that there is no such thing as a competition because there's abundance. There's
Exactly.
enough for everyone.
Exactly. I always tell women, don't walk with your head down. First of all, you walk with your head down, your crown is going to fall. You walking with your
Yeah,
head down, watching another woman's footsteps. When, like you
yep,
said, take your crown. Your crown doesn't fit someone else's head. Their crown doesn't fit your head. Take your crown and
exactly.
you own it. Own you are who you
Yes,
are. You walk in your own footsteps. So that's it.
yes,
Just owning who you are, owning it. You spoke on
yes,
you spoke on that,
yes,
Yasmin.
yes. So true, Evelyn. Yes.
Yeah.
And what your sister is meant to do is fix the
So,
crown if it ever becomes crooked. That part.
girl,
That's
you
right.
better say
That's
it.
right.
You better say
Oh, this has been so good.
Yes, it has.
it. I had so fun. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. You will see Evelyn again. I'll
Thank
probably bring
you.
Yasmin back again too.
Yes.
Evelyn will be with us every month. Yay, Evelyn.
Beautiful.
And
Yes.
you can see beauties.com at the bottom. Want to remind you, get involved. I mean, seriously, like if you're ready to go to that next level, you need that extra, you need that extra we got that.
Mm-hmm.
We have your bag. We have bags. That's
Yes.
what you need. That's what we do. If
Yes.
you miss part of the show, if you miss part of what we were delivering tonight, which was awesome, you can go to the website hjamal.com or hjamal.net. Go to it'll say Pure Live shows, and you will see this event on there. And then here are my social media. Real quick, look through all of that. I'm everywhere. So thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Uh,
Thank you,
and
Yasmin.
And for being such
thank you both so thank you both so much. Like you both are truly light workers, and we need you. We need the
Oh,
show. We need everything that you're doing, Asia. We need everything that you're doing, Evelyn. Like you guys
thank
are
you.
truly light workers, and so I celebrate you. I celebrate you so
Oh,
much because you're necessary. What you're doing is necessary and valuable, and so many people are receiving so much, and it's going to keep on growing. It's going to keep on thriving, and I'm just excited to be able to say I'm part of the journey. Like I'm happy
yeah.
that I'm in the circle. I just that's all I'm doing.
You got your position, right?
girl, you
Yeah, exactly. I know my position.
you
I'm glad
part
that
of
I
the
got
journey.
one. Yes.
Yes, yes. big part
Yes,
of the
you
journey. Thank
are.
you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Did
Thank
you
you.
guys have any
Thank
closing
you.
remarks?
I just want to tell Yasmine, while she's giving us a compliment, that I appreciate what you're doing, especially bringing the women together, whether it's face to face or virtual. You are doing an awesome job. This is something that we need, especially women of color, because we don't have that outside of, and sometimes in church, we just don't have that. They have issues in church too with that togetherness, something outside, something that we can call our own. And that your platform is what we can call our own. We bring our accomplishments and our our struggles, and we just work together and help each other. So I commend you while you're giving us compliments.
Thank
So
you. Thank
yeah.
Thank you so much. The only thing
Yes.
I want to leave is what I've been saying a lot. Whenever I'm able to speak to women, and that is, I am this, I got this, I can this. I am this, I got this, I can this. I am this, I got this, I can this. I am whoever I need to be in order to achieve the goals that God has given me to achieve, in order to make my vision real. I got all the resources that I need. I lack nothing of value. I am my number one resource. I can do all things. Whatever it is that I need to do, I can do. I can do it through Christ who strengthened me. I am this, I got this, I can this. I am this, I got this, I can this. Continue to remember this and let it click for you as you are going out and you're bossing it up in 2021.
Yay.
And what was that again?
I am
What?
this.
What?
I am this, I got this, I can this, I am this, I got this, I can this.
Did y'all hear it? I just want to make sure y'all heard that because she
I
said
guess
you remember it.
Yes.
You hear it? You got it? You got
Yes.
it? Okay.
Yes.
Here. Make sure. It's on the screen right there
okay.
for you. There you go.
There you go.
I can. Okay. Okay. There you go. So again, we are over time. Thank you guys so much for participating, for conversation, for joining us. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. And as I say every week, remember God's perfect design, which is
Yes.
you don't have to do anything. You don't have to fix anything the way you were supposed to be. So remember to appreciate God's perfect design. Which will be here next week at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Don't be late. Have a good night, everyone.